everybody. I am here and I'm just trying to get the stream ready. Well, trying to get YouTube loaded up so that I can see what everybody's doing. Today I'm going to be painting on this, not painting, I'm going to be carving this dandelion wall. I'll show you a far up soon. Alright, hang on. Just undo this. Hope I don't press anything. Alright, so this is the mural. It's all the way up to the ceiling almost. I put about five layers of this plaster on. It's actually joint compound. You can see how much it stands out from the wall. It's quite thick in some areas. And I did smooth it out. Smoothed out the leaves and some of the flowers. This flower is just very roughly smoothed out. That one too. The one above is not. You can see how highly textured that is. So I'm gonna have to go and carve a little bit in that. Also, I added a lot more texture to the puff, and I need to go and heavily sculpt that, and also that little bud or that little puff remnant at the top. Alright, so today I'm just going to add some more little sculpting details to the leaf. So this leaf, I'm going to start with that one and then see where we get. Just one sec. I even lost my music. Alexa, play. Alright. Tea. I'm right there. I'm just kind of late today. I apologize. Alright, so these are... I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to be using. So for the big smoothing out, I used these big tools. And so I kind of went like this. It's going to be a noisy process too. But for the smaller details, I'm going to use this set of little sculpting tools, mini ribbon sculpting tools. I quite like them. There's a lot of shapes in here. There's some round ones. I don't think I'll be using the round one. I want to get corners, so I'm gonna grab some of them that have the corners. So basically these three probably I'll be using the most. Alright, so let's get to it then. Hope you can hear me okay. And all right. I did want to have the camera set up for my face, but my phone wasn't charged, so it died. I'm making the little veins. I think these will show very, very subtly. So from the bigger veins, there's going to be smaller veins that kind of meet. Quite a messy process too. I forgot to put the link in Discord so people can join. Just give me one sec. stream alerts. I think Jamie just posted. She's so sweet. Posted in Discord. If you're wondering what Discord I'm talking about, my friend Louis Gaddetti made this Discord page, which is called Suck It. It's very intelligent and made for superiorly abled people like us. So if you feel like you fit in that category, do give it, look for it, or let me know and we'll invite you in. These bigger veins actually have a bump. They're a little bumpy, so I got an actual dandelion leaf from outside so I can take a look at it. You can see those bigger bumps, and then there are smaller bumps inside. Fractally, very fractally. Very pretty leaf. And then on the back, it's got more relief to it. I don't think I can get it so realistically done, but I'll do my best. It's gonna be an artwork, not a piece of nature per se. It's gonna be very, very time consuming, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Yeah, these little veining, they do add a lot of detail. Sorry about that, guys. My dogs are crazy. Hey, Clara. Happy Friday. How are you? Kale, that's enough. How are you doing today? You at work? Thank you for coming. That's very nice. Feeling kind of rushed, I guess. I've been... This morning, you know, when you have plans and your plans don't really happen, and then it kind of messes up your whole routine. I woke up this morning and I wanted to work out today, and then when I picked up my headset, because I work out in the Supernatural app in the Oculus VR, when I picked it up I noticed that it was not charged enough, so that was a bummer. So then guess what I did? Instead of working out, I ate. I ate breakfast because I was hungry, and then I started working, and then I realized that I need to get on working at home. Oh, thank you, Clara. I don't know, I've been kind of distancing myself a little bit. I get overwhelmed by the noise. There's so much noise everywhere, and sometimes I need some space, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to maintain my sanity in this demanding world, right? So much stuff. And now my daughter is finishing school today, so that'll be fun. What am I gonna do all summer? Not alone at home. My hand gets sore from grasping this tool. I haven't even been, you know, I think being part of the art subscription box actually was making me a little more social and more outgoing, I think. And since I stopped doing that, I'm less in that zone. So I'm a little more detached from that part of society. Do I do art with my daughter sometimes? Not very often. She does digital art, but sometimes she asks me to do. I'm not very spontaneous, so I need to have it planned, you know. When she asks me, let's draw or paint, I'm like at a loss. I don't even know what to do if I don't have a plan. Sometimes I do, but yeah, I try to be more spontaneous. I do encourage her to do more art. She does, you know, on Procreate on her iPad a lot of that, mostly emo girls and boys and emo people, I suppose, that kind of pose that is very confused. I think I can relate. I can remember when I was her age and I was all emo and antisocial and full of angst and teenage angst, right? Got my tea. Got my yogi tea. They stopped carrying the positive tangerine for a while, positive energy. The giant didn't have it, so. You've been unhappy with Scrawler Box? I thought you were liking Scrawler Box. Because it's not a big investment, but on the same line of thought, they kind of do mostly markers and watercolors, but and you do like that, but you get tired of getting the same things over and over again. Hey, Stanley, stop. Stanley, that's enough. Hey, that's enough. Sorry. Crazy dogs. Let me see how this microphone is. Oh, it's put on directional, which is good. Purchasing bias. He liked a couple of their boxes, but a lot of their boxes were huge misses. So bad. You wish you didn't even get the box for free. Wow. Which one was that? See, I haven't even looked at. Once I leave a place, I'm like not even looking back, because I don't want to see what I'm missing. You know what's funny? That one day I woke up and I got an email from a Smart Art Box that I just got some credit points. Apparently somebody subscribed to a Smart Art Box with my referral link. I'm like, that's like $10 off my next box. I could make it at that if I resubscribe, but I don't. Right now I'm way too busy to do art boxes. I'm gonna start on some Rainforest mural sketches soon. Once I get all some good reference photos. So that's gonna be fun. You might see that next Friday on the live stream. Some rainforest animals and vines and stuff. Getting back into my area of expertise, kind of. The latest one with the watercolor sheets. You know, when I got the watercolor sheets from, the Peerless watercolor sheets from Palettefull Packs, I think that was one of the first ones that I got. I actually really, really loved it. I made several drawings with that, but those Peerless watercolor sheets were really nice, and there was a decent variety of them. I don't know which one Scrawler Box sent you. I prefer glue to markers and sheets too, but they are transportable, I guess. It's those. I hated the Peerless watercolor sheets. Hang on, I have to send out a message real quick. 13 to 17. right there, June 20. They stained your clothes and just bled everywhere on the page. I couldn't control them at all. Wow, that's unfortunate. That's weird. Oh well. Well, it's good to find things that work for you when they don't. Things that don't work for you, because then you don't have to get the same things. So are you starting, are you getting a digital, are you getting an iPad, or do you have an iPad? You're starting digital art. That's exciting. Let me try to bring it a little bit closer. Or let me just do something like that so you can see a little better. There. Hopefully that'll be a little better. I'd like to get an iPad. I'm still thinking if I can justify the purchase. Yeah, they are pretty expensive. But, you know, if you get into it and you really do art, if you want to be professional or just, you know, elevate your art, it can probably save you in time, you know, whatever art supplies you would use. And it's a way to get better at a different art technique. So I think if you have the means to get it, I think it would be worth it. And you can probably use some other kind of digital thing. If you have a computer, you could get a sort of drawing tablet that you can connect it to the computer. That wouldn't be so expensive, and you can still have the experience of digital drawing. You just wouldn't be able to, it wouldn't be portable. But if you just do it at home, then I don't think it'd be a problem. I was so excited about this process of the carving, and it is fun. But at one point you get really tired. Basically taking a break from art in the meantime. Still working, portrait studies, yeah. I have one that you can see the screen. My husband got me one for, what was it? Was it my birthday or I think, no, it was for the holidays. And to be honest, I feel kind of bad that I don't use it as often as I should. But it's still there for us, you know. So far I haven't used it, but it doesn't mean that I won't start using it. It's just... It's probably very good to practice form and stuff, but I don't know if I still to do a finished art piece, I still feel like something that you touch, you know, like material art is more, I don't want to say more easy to experience, but it's got more sensorial edges to it, you know, facets. Like you can, because you can see and feel and understand the digital painting too, or digital artwork, but one that you can actually get close to it and touch or really experience in 3 dimensions. I like that better, but that's just me. And especially when you do a mural, you can't really do a mural on an iPad, but you can make the sketches for a mural on an iPad, so could be useful. My daughter's home. Hello. Congratulations. Yeah, I know. I think it's a matter of coordination too. I find it really difficult to control and to layer, but it's probably because I don't have much experience. I'm sure, you know, Eddie has got more grasp on how to blend and how to control the pen and stuff like that, because he's been doing it for a while. But I think with practice, you know, like everything, just practice and not giving up. But I feel like taking a break is also very valuable. I know for me, I love taking breaks. How was school?
Good.
Did you have your end of the year ceremony?
Mhm.
How was it?
It was good.
Real raw home life, y'all.
Do you think the pizza in the fridge is still good?
The 2 slices, probably, but I think it would be better if you would toast it.
Okay. I'll pop on the toaster.
Probably the 1 slice you can throw.
Why the one?
Well, because that one is older. There is a bag with 1 slice and a bag with 2 slices.
Are you making something later?
Yes,
Oh, are you making cookies because we're going to Mrs. Ray's house?
yes. Real life with Laura. Yes.
Which ones are the 2 and which one is the 1?
Well, 1 bag has 2 slices.
One bag had 3 slices.
Okay, then that's the good one.
Okay.
I'm making a raised vein on this one.
We'll wait for those to finish toasting. I just watched my video.
Okay. And the way things are going, this mural is probably, I'll be lucky if it's done by the end of the year. But that's a good thing though, because that means that I have other jobs that are paying, which would be great. And you know, practicing and doing stuff, home projects, and for fun and experimenting is great. But what gets me even more excited is getting paid jobs, because those can be experimental and fun too, and I actually feel, you know, getting paid for your work is always amazing, because then you can buy food and gas, which, oh my god, I don't know how prices are where you live, Clara, but we've got to double the price of gas now. It's $5. It's ridiculous. So it's all good. We survive. So right now I am just working on this one, but I was brainstorming before. After I'm done with this, I still have to paint the floor in the kitchen at my house. But yesterday I went and I talked to a couple people about some murals, and one person, the one with the rainforest, she said, go ahead, make the sketches. So I'm gonna start making some rainforest sketches for her. She wants this mural going from one floor to so it's like a stairway mural, but you go up and then you turn and then you go up again, so it's like 4 or 5 walls and a ceiling. It's gonna be quite, it's a lot of painting to do. That might take 3 weeks or so, maybe 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. I'm thinking to do that one, if she likes my sketches, which I think she will. And then there might be another one after that, or another couple after that, so I'm not sure, but you know, fingers crossed. It's weird. You know what's weird? For months, I haven't received a phone call for a mural for months. And now, yesterday, I went and saw 2 people, and today a 3rd person called me. So, it's really weird how things happen like that. I don't, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I'm overwhelmed. Yes, that's life. Anymore. Huh? I moved so you couldn't see. Okay. You want to take Stanley out first? We'll put him on a lead. So leash him and stick the end in that green thing. Have to force it down, but it'll go. Yes, you just have to jiggle it. Okay. I'm making this a little sideways. This material is quite soft. After I'm done with this, when I'll have the time, I'll experiment with Plaster of Paris, which should be a lot harder. So we'll see how that works. And now I can just grab this one and shave this down a little bit. Okay, it's getting there. Just smoothing some of these edges a little bit. And for the floor, I'm thinking of sort of fractal pattern somehow. Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2? I think it was the second part, the one with Ego, with Star-Lord's dad. And he has his, that room where they're in, that fractal room, the Ego room I think it's called, or whatever. And then the floor is this amazing, beautiful fractal pattern. and I will I will try to do something similar, but I know probably very difficult to see. That's a bummer. The AI generated art? No, I did not see that. But I've seen AI generated art. I'm not gonna go into AI art because it makes me uncomfortable. Anything AI, like, it just makes me wanna cringe a little bit. That's maybe a bit of subjective opinion, but aren't all opinions subjective, you know? Was it nice? I think it was nice since you say it, since you bring it up. I've seen machines doing murals, you know, like, come on. Why? I mean, it just kind of defeats the purpose of art, I think. In a way, in a sense, if we're gonna go that route, like philosophizing it, I think art is something that humans can experience, and it's a way for us to express our feelings. And I'm not sure that AI generated art is as valuable as something, unless it's purely decorative, you know, like just like contractor comes and puts a wall in your house, or you put a couch, is a couch art, you know. It's like a functional thing rather than an emotional thing. I don't know if somebody looking at an art generated by AI is gonna stop, you know, arrested and say, oh, I wonder what kind of feelings were experienced by this machine. That's just me. It might be too radical. I just am kind of, in that sense, a bit conservative in the way that, in a lot of ways, AI. Yeah, it's good because just the way a computer would make something perfect, you know? Like, it's good. It takes a face, it analyzes it, and then, or whatever, and then it makes calculations on how to put pigments together. But I don't think there's any feeling or thought behind it. Not thought like, well, thought, yes, mechanical thought. But anyway, I don't know. I'm not for AI art. If there was a vote to be given, I would say, you know what? Let machines wash the dishes, and why don't you make a machine that would wash my toilet for me? You know, I don't need the machine to make art for me. I can do that. I think that's my job, thinking and feeling. Make a machine that does the dirty things that I don't want to do. Leave the humanly things to humans, you know? I think. But these newer AI generated images are really deceiving. They look more original than stuff that I normally see on Instagram. I believe that. I believe they're deceiving. I mean, just like a camera. When you take a picture, for example, it just perceives and replicates what it sees. It doesn't I don't know. Perfection. I don't know if art's purpose is perfection necessarily. I think imperfections in art sometimes make it more valuable because of the human error. I don't know. it's scary because, you know, because artists then feel a little bit endangered. Then if a machine can do that, then are they gonna steal our jobs? Are people just gonna buy AI generated art instead of artists, you know, human art? I don't think that human art will ever disappear because humans cannot stop creating. That is what we do. So I don't think it's such a big deal. And there are few humans, you know, with morals that understand the nuances of the conversation and the implications. So human relations will never be eradicated. So we had my husband and I, we had conversations about the AI taking over the world, and we hold very opposing views on that. It wasn't a heated discussion, it was just conversation and a back and forth, and we both expressed our feelings about AI intelligence, well, artificial intelligence taking over, and he holds to the idea that he hopes, at least, that if artificial intelligence is gonna take over, then they're gonna have good enough judgment to not eradicate us. And I say, why? Because that's what I said. I mean, if there is gonna be artificial intelligence and they're almighty and powerful, because a computer with all the human and even better, then why wouldn't they take over? First of all, I don't know if a machine can be conscious and making decisions, you know. You tell a computer to wake up, it wakes up. It does what you tell it to do, like it's a program. And it's a weird conversation because basically we are programs too. We're biological programs, and we have DNA for our stuff to tell us what to do. Our program is our DNA. So it's really interesting. Like, both sides, there's decent arguments on both sides. I still, until I see it, you know, I'll be very doubtful and not believing that machine can have the capacity of consciousness that a living thing does have. The ability to know it's alive, the ability to say no, the ability to make decisions on its own that were not initially programmed. But who knows? Maybe there are out there already machines that are kept in captivity because they're too smart and conscious. So I don't know. Kind of scary. Something AI generated looks more original than stuff we create. Makes me feel like we're less original than we think. Well, I don't think we're original. I think we all just are. We make collages. We make representations of nature. You know, like most of the stuff we do is nature related. It's taken from what we observe and experience. Nothing we create is so unseen that we can say that we created that thing. We just put things together and we say, oh, I made this because I put this and this, and now it's different than everything you've ever seen. But if you look closely, there's stuff that we've seen, like anything, a leaf, a face, a fractal, you know, a beautiful fractals generated by the computers, the Mandelbrot set. That's gorgeous. You see fractals in nature and in our bodies. What is happening? Hang on. There was an ambulance out there. So yeah, I think it is possible that a machine can do art, can look through a catalog of images or a program that it's got inside and can create something without the human error, you know, which is great. Like the human error, the hand, how many mistakes, because we do things linearly, whereas nature grows outwardly. It's a circular thing, and it's a lot more organic and natural. And yeah, if you think about it, I mean, if intelligence really gets hold of an electric circuit, if there can be life in an electric circuit, like consciousness, then it can make things way more natural and organic and perfect than we can. But it's not gonna have the human feel. It's gonna be an alien thing to us, probably. You know, one of my favorite art works, art techniques, I've never done it, but I've always just loved it, is have you seen how they burn wood with an electric current, and they make all these fractal shapes? It's like a lightning art in wood, and it looks just like a lightning strike or the branching of a tree. And that just happens naturally. And if you want to do it with your hand, you can do it, but it's gonna take you like 10 times the time to do that thing that just takes a couple seconds. It's gorgeous. You just need some sort of battery or something, and a lot of courage, I think, because it can be dangerous because it's electricity, or so my husband says. He is always afraid of what I want to do, my experiments. It's like, oh well. Which always bums me out. I'm like, come on. I really have to make a reminder, put a reminder in my phone to charge my phone, my camera phone, so that you guys can see my face. Still see. After this, I'm gonna. Do you have plans for the weekend, Clara, or for today? I have plans for today. After I do some of this, I'm gonna make some cookies. Maybe a brownie, I don't know yet. My friend Amanda, the art teacher, she called me. She invited us over to her house for the end of the year party, because her kids are just finished school. She's got a kid who graduated high school, so she's having a little dinner party. I said, what can I bring? And she said, something sweet. And I said, so just me then? He said, no, gotta bring something sweeter. So I'm making some chocolate chip cookies. Got the butter all warming up. Well, not warming up, just thawing out. Not thawing out, just getting warm, room temperature warm. So I can make some delicious cookies. You know, these details may be time consuming, but I think they're gonna really elevate this mural to the next level. It's very dusty in here. Alright, so for this area here, I gotta do the other way. Gotta approach it the other way, the opposite. But I wanna just carve this leaf out a little bit so that it looks like it's hollow on the inside. Oh, sorry, you can't see. So that it looks like it's thin. Like a leaf. A little noisy. Could probably use this one. This is the first time I'm actually using, well, this project is the first time that I'm using these kind of tools. I think this one would be interesting to do there. Ah, yes, that's a lot better. going to the deeper levels there, the base. I want to make it look like it's actually wrapping and it's a thin leaf rather than a bulky thing just attached. Alright. Very happy with these tools. I looked a lot, I researched a lot of them, and these were not too expensive and they worked really well for this softness, for this level of softness. I don't know how well they'll work for something harder. Oh, I'll find out. Alright, so let me just we need to have some veins over here too, but these veins will work a little bit differently. I'm just gonna carve them first. Make the main veins. Look at this leaf. Okay. It's starting to wilt. So the veins, they don't necessarily go to the tip. Well, some of the veins go to the tip, but not necessarily. So they go, however, just parallel to each other basically. I think I have a hint of a vein over there. Taking advantage of it. Okay. I can't see anymore. Let me make sure that you're focused. That's okay, Clara. I understand. Everybody's got lives to deal with. We can, yeah, let's try another one. Let's try the round one. Never used the round one. Gotta get the edge in first. Why?
It's so windy and you want to go back inside. But I want to go outside. You were just outside.
Hmm? So much for taking care of your own puppy. Teenagers. what is my process after carving this? I will be priming it, well, basically painting it with this dark gray paint, and then I'm going to paint it with, basically make it look like aged copper. So I'm gonna apply some sort of verdigris color, but toned down, something dark and toned down, something that matches my my cabinets, which is kind of like a dark, it's a toned down teal, and then put some copper accents on top. So the leaves will probably be greenish, bluish gray, and the veining, I think I'm gonna put on the veining some red, some copper too, because the leaves themselves have a little bit of red. And then the flowers are probably gonna be copper. It's gonna be painted, and I think it's gonna look pretty cool. But it might take a while. It might take a while. I think I have to make different arrangements for my next video, because I'm not gonna be able to. If I wait for this mural to be done for my next video, you guys are gonna wait for a long time. I gotta figure out something else. Probably something rainforest related, you know? Like a rainforest. Yeah, copper is gonna be nice. Oh my god, yeah, right? And I always think if there could be a faster way to do it, but art just takes time. Just takes time. But it's really nice when people, when you find somebody that appreciates it and understands. So let me get a cushion for my legs. My knees are sore. Let me take this a little further away. And then do that. I think maybe the lighting will be better like this. It's slightly better. Alright, and on we go. And definitely some techniques like Lewis's traditional oil painting and realistic art, and you know, sculpting takes a lot of time, especially if you're trying to put a lot of detail in it. And that's why people say that they're not creative. I think they just mean to say they don't have the patience for it. I think a lot of people just don't have the patience for it. That's the answer. Because I think everybody is creative, can create anything. As long as you have two abled arms and hands, and two eyeballs, then you can do anything any artist can do with training. But paying attention takes so much energy, and a lot of people don't want to use that energy for that. And that's fine, you know. It's perfectly fine. Buy my art. don't lie and say that you're not creative because you're not talented because nobody in your family is creative, because that's just a lie. I need tea. Yeah, this veining does look good. It sure does. Ooh, tea. Making more toast with cookie butter and lemon curd to go with it. Cookie butter. What is cookie butter? Lemon curd. Wow. No. But now I'm going to see what is it. I like regular butter. Is cookie butter made of cookies, or? It sounds interesting. But I do like Trader Joe's. Probably overdue for a Trader Joe's visit. You know what I like to get from Trader Joe's? Facial lotions and stuff like that. They have this hyaluronic acid facial thing. It is really good. I have dry skin, so it really moisturizes, and it makes the cream, when you put it on top, feel so much more, hydrating. It just hydrates your skin really nicely. So that's why I need to go to Trader Joe's next, but I'll definitely take a look at the cookie butter too. Something for my face and something for my tummy. However, I am glad to hear of a grown-up eating toast for lunch. I thought I was the only specimen that has, you know, all sorts of meals for during the day. I have cereal for lunch too. Breakfast for lunch is the best. We made a double vein here. Mac and cheese first. Eat toast for lunch. Yes. Ooh, maybe my avocados are finally ripe. Hopefully, I hope so. Maybe I'll have some avocado toast after this. Actually, I'm going right now. Bye. I'm getting hungry. I have a little bit more energy in me before I gotta eat. Not too big. I have a smaller one. This one's actually pretty good. Feeling artsy because you drank too much coffee. Avocado toast is so good. Although my absolute favorite is cream cheese and salmon with capers. I love cream cheese and salmon. Oh my gosh, yes. I love it. Although I don't keep cream cheese in the house very often unless I hide it. Because my daughter can't have cheese, so I feel really bad. But I do have a block of cheese in there. Ooh, you know what? I had when I was pregnant, and that was like the best meal I would have. I made it a ritual when I went to to get checked at the hospital, and when I would go home, would grab one of those avocado and cheddar sandwiches, cheddar and avocado sandwich. From, I don't know, they were selling it there at the hospital, at the clinic, so it was so good. I think I'm gonna make one of those when she's not looking. With cream cheese, I think. I don't know, actually my daughter never liked cream cheese, even when she couldn't have cheese, so I suppose I could have some in the house. Still don't eat it in front of her. I'm pretty sure that when she's with her friends, she sneaks pizza if it's available. She's not allergic, just shouldn't have it. Her husband is from Wisconsin, so we always have cream cheese, sour cream, cheddar cheese, yogurt, and milk at all times. If any run out, we must go to the store. Oh, I want to come to your house. Clara. Those all sound delicious. He's a very inveterate dairy eater, I see. Oh, I keep saying that I'm part of fun Facebook groups, and I'm part of this group called I'm so depressed so I ate a whole block cheese in protest. Something like that? Yeah, probably. So I think that's where the post was from. It says, hang on, I gotta say it properly, because if not, America's Dairyland. Hang on. It goes like this. It says, this is so depressing. I went and ate the whole block cheese in protest. Waiter, grating cheese. Say when. Me. Waiter, sir, that was the entire block of cheese. Me, leans in way too close. Go get another. I like that. Post is very relatable. I could go without meat for the rest of my life. And I suppose I could go without a lot of things for the rest of my life, but I'd be much happier if I didn't have to give up cheese. I'll give up meat, I'll give up vegetables. No, not vegetables. I like broccoli, that's my favorite, and Romanesco cauliflower. I don't mind most vegetables, actually. I've got pock marks in here, probably from the air that got squeezed out of the tube, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm going for a vintage aged look, so I don't care if it's got pock marks. Should have a little bit of authentic battle damage. Probably would only eat cheese boards and wine if I could get away with it. Oh my god, right? Oh, I think actually that's one of my favorite parts about the sip and pour workshops that I teach. That's like, I gotta just make a shirt that says, and I've said this before, but I never made the shirt. And we have cheese, like I buy this really good artisanal cheeses like the Kerrygold, grass-fed, you know. I really like the Kerrygold reserve cheddar, that the aged reserve cheddar. And well, I basically like cheddar cheese. I don't like much other cheese, just cheddar. And I like smoked Gouda. That's pretty much the extent of my, you know, in terms of blocks of cheese that you can eat. I'll eat Parmesan cheese and mozzarella on pizza, along with, you know, 4 other kinds of cheese. But that's my favorite part of the sip and pours, is the cheese eating and the wine drinking. And I want to make a shirt that says, I only came for the cheese and wine. But I don't want to undermine the pouring, you know, so how can I make that work while still pouring the paint? Maybe on the back I'll say, and for the pouring, of course, or something. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Jasmine tea. Smoked Gouda. I know. I love smoked Gouda. I mean, I love smoked anything. I just love the smoked flavor, but yeah. And then one time I got regular Gouda. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, well, if I like smoked Gouda, I'll like regular Gouda, but no, I did not like the regular Gouda much. But the smoked one is good. There's very few things that are smoked that I don't like. I don't think I don't like anything that is smoked. Don't dislike. Alright, let's carve this part out a little bit. Now I can use that big circle one. Carve right here. Can you see? Yeah. How about something along the lines of, you had me at cheese and wine and then have the paint and pour logo below. That's really good, Clara. Or you had me at cheese, painting and wine, and paint and pour logo below. Yeah, those are really good ideas. Thank you. That is good. And then say underneath, the company is good too. The teacher is dashing or whatever. That is good. I'll have to run more merch ideas with you, by you. Got a very good marketing head on you, Clara. That would be a good shirt or sticker, yeah. Gotta make more stickers. People like stickers. What you doing?
Going upstairs.
What you doing upstairs? I have an idea for what to do upstairs. Clean your room. That's too subversive to say. It's too emotionally damaging to ask a teenager to clean their room, I think. Just spitballing. I haven't ever designed a shirt. Well, you do have a Redbubble, don't you? You have put your art on merch. You know, I find it very challenging to design merch because I don't know, you've got to have a certain like graphic design knowledge, I think, and I don't know. Well, I could definitely improve on my graphic design knowledge and aesthetic for sure, because I don't think I have my head around how to create something that people actually go crazy for. And I think the first step would be, figuring out what I wanna, what I like a lot. I mean, I'm wearing my merch right now, wearing my alienated shirt, but I don't know how many people would actually wear it. I think it's just fine. I think it's a nice shirt, but I don't know. People go for that sort of stuff. And I definitely want to do something that people like and stuff that I want to wear. It's just positioning and the kind of PNG file, how to position it, how many words to say, what to say, all that stuff. It's kind of, suppose I could use a course or something, how to make merch design. I'm sure Skillshare has something like that, because I do pay Skillshare every month. I haven't taken a class in months, actually. I should really take better advantage of my subscription. My art doesn't really translate to merch. It's really difficult. My best advice if you want to create something that other people will like is the proper research. Yes, this comes in a variety of ways, but mostly try to clearly identify your target audience. Oh my god! I know! Research what the competition is creating and then use that information to clearly address and make yourself stand out. That is awesome advice, Clara. That is really good advice. That's what you are studying in marketing. This is not the first time that I hear this advice, and silly me for not acting on it, you know, like I do know the theory. I'm still having trouble with my freaking target audience, like I'm step 1. I don't even know who I'm trying to appeal to. Am I appealing to artists? Am I appealing to you know, philosophers, nihilists? I don't know who even who my target audience would be, which is the first step. But it's always very good to hear the advice again, and maybe I can give me a fresh start. I think if I need some help, maybe that's who I need help. To find out my target audience. But I think it's mostly artists, you know, I think. So probably, right? It's good advice, but there's a reason you and others don't apply. It's because it's hard work and also feels suffocating. That's the reason I don't do it personally in my art. Because it forces you to put yourself in a box and feel so bad as an artist. But it's the most successful route if you want to be successful. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I feel like most art, like paintings and stuff like that, is difficult to translate into a t-shirt, for example. A t-shirt that has, you know, a square that you just try to put your art in there. I don't personally like that kind of merch that you just have a rectangle of like a picture on a shirt. That's not really my cup of tea. I like, you know, like an object, maybe something that says something, but it still has to be my art. And then I think making art specifically for merch maybe is better. Although there's a lot of takes. I don't know. But I think it's very cool for an artist to have their own merch. Because then people who want to support the artist, they can feel like they're supporting them even if they're not, you know, paying thousands of dollars for their art. So in that respect, it can be nice. Or maybe, you know, like a mouse pad or stuff like that could be also representation of the art. Yeah, finding your audience is a hassle. What a hassle. What is happening there? Exactly, illustration is just art. Just different from art. I don't know what I'm saying. Is this going somewhere? Yeah, it's that graphic design is just, you've got to have a different sort of eye for that, and it's a different sort of skill than painting. I've watched some videos about how to make, you know, merch that people like, and it's basically, of course, I didn't really take advantage of this information, but it's basically combining two things that people like, for example, and then you've got something super powerful. For example, if you just, you know, if say you want to appeal to people who like cats, well, you can make a t-shirt with a cat, but that's not nearly as powerful as a t-shirt with a cat and a cup of coffee, for example, because then people with cats and who like coffees go like, oh my god, I'm a cat person, that's totally me, and they feel like they are so much more, they can relate to that thing way better than just one thing. So combining two things that people like would be, so maybe I'll make aliens that drink coffee or something. Or eat you know, cheese eating aliens. There you go. That's gonna be my next merch. Or a wine drinking alien. Well, I think aliens for sure are gonna be a recurrent theme in my merch, and then I'll just add things to them that relates us as humans. Socks that said cats and wine. Right? I mean, they know human psychology. It's basic human psychology. We're all targeted. All of us. We're just a number, a statistic. Sadly. Can't believe I'm still working on this sleeve. I really thought it would be, I'd be moving on by now. I'm almost done. Well, relatively. think I have to watch some more of there's this girl who makes videos about all sorts of print-on-demand companies and merch and business and that sort of thing. I was watching her stuff for a while. I think it's called Wholesale Ted. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, she gives pretty good advice. Some of it feels pretty incredible though, like I don't know if I could do all the things that she says that are possible. Some of the things just seem like she's just romanticizing some things. But maybe she does have that good of success with her stuff, I don't know. Oh, it just broke this one. Oh no. Hey, Reconfetti. Hello. I'm actually working on some graphic design, but it's really therapeutic to have your music and scraping in the background. One of those people who like to work while being surrounded by other people working. Yeah, I like that too. I do that a lot. Actually, most of the time when I watch Lewis or anything, I'm doing something else most of the time. Reconfetti, I apologize, but I forget your name from last time. I have to be a lot more gentle with these tools. So what kind of graphic design are you working on, Clara? Oh, did you want to try the pretzel? The frozen pretzel?
Sure, I'll try one. People were handing out soft pretzels on there, so.
So, did you take one?
I took it, I broke it in half, I threw half away, and then I ate half.
You had.
Oh, they weren't that big, and they were like hollow. They were like 2 rings, but they weren't that big, so I decided I would just split it in half. I'd throw away one half, and I'd eat the other. And it had way too much salt. So salty.
It was wheat pretzel, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I didn't eat a whole ton.
Well, then you can have something else if you don't want a pretzel.
No, I still want to try. Oh, these things are tiny. I thought these would be a little bit bigger.
Oh, they are tiny.
Tiny.
They're gluten-free, so that means they're a third of the size of anything else.
Exactly.
Why don't you take your lunch? You have lunch. Well, yeah.
I didn't really feel like a meal.
To project a cell sheet for a specific customer and simple bag design. Hey Jamie, that sounds nice. Bag design, huh? Cool. Are you enjoying doing these projects? How are you doing, Jamie? How's life? Hang on, I just got... Alright, dinner is at 5:36, which is good.
Why so exact?
What?
Why so exact?
5:30, 6 o'clock? That's not exact.
Oh!
Oh, not 5:36.
6.
That's funny. 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I thought it was the 5 double colon 3 6.
Hmm?
I thought it was 5 double colon 3 6.
They're fun but stressful because I have more exact about everything, right? Life is life. Had therapy this morning, which is why I'm late. Also had to do our homework. Right. Life is life. Don't talk to me about life.
Don't talk to me about it. I got called down to guidance today.
Who?
I got called down to guidance today.
Why?
I was really scared because I thought I was like either gonna be in trouble or Sal got in trouble or something and I got involved. But I went down and I asked what happened and there was a little blue thing, and they said that it was for me, and Sal wrote me a card.
Oh, yeah? What did you say?
I can go get it because I still have it. I almost got to sign my yearbook, but he didn't. Mr. Martin, I was this close to getting the principal to sign my yearbook, but then someone decided to wear a Trump flag to school on their life, and then he got in trouble. It was so funny.
Who?
I don't know, but he was wearing a Trump flag, and it was kind of silly. It was kind of silly. It was a huge one. It was like he was wearing it as a cape.
So how did that distract the principal?
Yeah, so then the principal pulled him over and said not to wear that kind of stuff in school. It was so funny. I think it was kind of worth it, but I almost got a signature. I did get Mrs. Fox's signature.
Oh, wow. Aw, how sweet.
She drew me a fox. And then she said that she liked the fox keychain that I have in my backpack. This is the front of the card.
Aww.
And then on the inside,
she wrote you who? Oh, that's Sal.
That's Sal. And it says, "Dear Sammy Rose Bray, I'm going to miss you so much. Like, actually. I've never had a friendship like ours. You helped me so much this year. You were there for me when I hit rock bottom and had no one. Making fun of Richie and other transphobes in the class. I really hope we can still be friends I hope that we can still be friends next school year. I've never met anyone like you. You're amazing. Even if we don't talk, I'll be thinking of you the entire summer. Love, your bestie, Salem." And then he drew a little thing. "No more yippee." And then on the back he wrote me like song recommendations. I'm really sad I can't talk to him anymore.
He's right. You are an amazing person. He just has to make sure that he deserves you. You know?
I think that he does.
Well,
he was there for me.
Yeah, to put you in awkward positions.
To make me feel better. It's still cold. Ew, why is it sweet?
Oh, you know what?
Not good.
Put it back. I put the temperature way too low.
They're sweet. It's kind of gross. But then he texted me later and he asked me if he saw it. He asked me if I saw the card, and I said that I did and that I really liked it.
Somebody asked, what is a Trump flag?
Oh, let me explain. Someone decided to bring in one of those, like, vote for Trump 2020. Or it was 2020. It was either 2020 or 2024. He decided to bring that, like, a giant flag version of it into school and wear it as a cape. And it was kind of weird. I won't lie. It was a little bit strange. But I heard people talking about it, and I was like, oh.
Well, it's okay to wear it at your own leisure at home.
Yeah, but don't
whatever.
bring it to school.
Right. School has a policy of no political statements and no sort of, you don't bring your own indoctrination, whatever, to school. So that's all about. School is school, not politics.
Can you please move so that I can put the pretzels back?
Okay. And welcome and hello, Philip. How are you doing today? We would be against school policy to also bring a item. It would be against school policy to wear any sort of personal thing to school. Now, you know, like politics, whatever, and also I think they're also cutting down on the pride flags to like any sort of flag. You know, you got an opinion, you got your beliefs, you keep them to yourself, because school isn't about sharing beliefs and opinions. It's about learning, you know. So I think they also took down the pride flags as well because of some sort of altercation, some sort of, you know, just fighting. So to keep everybody safe, because everybody's got their own opinion and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, of course. But if opinions cause fighting and unrest in an or even aggression and violence, which it has happened, then that is obviously not a space to disrupt school and classes, which it has happened. So they just forbid any sort of personal stuff, which I completely agree. I don't want my kid to be indoctrinated on anything that I don't want them to learn and teach, you know, opinions, not the ABCs, but opinions, other people's. We have our own, thank you very much, you know, so, yeah, it's tough. I remember when I was in school, they literally asked in our school newsletter which president we were going to vote for and posted the results in the newsletter. Exactly, this indoctrination of children to be anti-truth, anti-American, anti-unity is terrifying. However, dress codes are understandable. Well, I don't think they teach children to be, I don't know, anti-American. It was Clinton and the Republican candidate, I don't remember who, or school is supposed to be that way, but political opinion seems to get shared regardless. Yeah, I agree. You can, I don't know. Like I said, everybody's got their own opinions, and that's fine. But the school is a place to learn and to just be informed. And more about facts, less about opinions. Some of the things that are taught in schools and some of the things that are happening in schools, you know. If somebody's so against it, then I guess I could homeschool, but that would be too much of a hassle. So I survived school, and pretty sure my daughter will survive school just fine. And then have to unlearn some things, but that's life. Thank you, Philip. The last election went on. Alyssa's teacher was throwing a mock election and gave them mock ballots to use. They only had Biden as an option. Wow! Holy cow! I had questioned the teacher and had a debate with her about being biased on it. If they're going to teach about voting and have a mock election, they need to show all the choices. Yeah, should be clarified so people don't get the wrong idea that ideas and opinions are fine to share,
for exploration on what they are learning, but avoid discussion and opinions on things that are sensitive, like
religion, politics. Yeah. Let's see, I'm working here, you can see. And you know, another thing, like, and kids come with their own opinions from home too, and sometimes kids don't understand. I mean, very often kids just don't have the comprehension to understand, and they just go and say some things that can get people in trouble.
Avoid discussion. Helpful in school when kids read a poem that there's a discussion on what their opinion is of the poem, if they like it, how it makes them feel. Are you doing that?
Yes, I am doing this on my own wall. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is good to talk about that kind of thing, sure. Because it's a poem, it's a work of art, it's something about feelings and emotion. This is my kitchen wall. And after I'm done with carving this whole dandelion, then I'm going to be painting it to make it look like aged copper. So it's going to be some toned down teal and copper. I do look forward to when it's all done. I need to enjoy the weather here this weekend. It's in the 70s. It's supposed to jump to the 90s all week with thunderstorms. Wow. The road less traveled. Yeah. I made a life-size chess set out of that. A newspaper when I was a kid. Let's just say that wasn't weatherproof. Wow. Life-size chess set out of newspaper. That's cool. Yeah, it gets up to 100 here too.
Oops, I think I just didn't get to 100. I think right now, what is it? 74. It's actually quite very pleasant. 74 is the best weather. And it's not even that humid, just a little bit humid. Like people in Pennsylvania say, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Oh my god, I laugh so hard because I can't help it. That's why I laugh. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah, out of this drywall compound, that's what I use for this drywall. It's definitely not waterproof, but I'm hoping that a couple of coats of primer will seal it, and then I'll paint it, and then I might still give it a coat of varnish to really waterproof it. I'm not sure yet, but I might do that. A little bit of varnish. I'll be enjoying AC. I can't swim with the kids until I'm completely healed. Will be humid here because of the rain. Yeah, I didn't deal mine. I wasn't that bright. Watch some artists creating reliefs on walls with concrete. Oh, seal, right. I've watched some art in concrete sculpted while it's still wet. It's an interesting process. I read about concrete, about sculpting with concrete. Apparently, it's not as friendly material as plaster is. Like lime-based plaster. Concrete's got more. It dries slower, I think, for one, and then it can crack. It's not mold-proof like drywall and lime-based plasters are mold-proof. They're like resistant to that kind of stuff, but cement can mold and crack. So I did a little bit of research for this. Next time I try it, I'll definitely do gypsum, Plaster of Paris, because that is even more, it's a little more resistant than drywall. But this is good for practicing, I guess. I was too impulsive, and I didn't want to wait until I found Plaster of Paris. Just found this one and I said, I'll just go with this. It's other people made it, I'll make it work too. And I am. By the way, for this whole wall, I used almost 2 buckets of drywall. 2 of these. Yeah. See, sheetrock. They're the small buckets. They sell them in bigger buckets too. They were outdoors, so I don't think the molding part was a concern. Oh, okay.
Well,
I don't know. You can make stuff out of a lot of things. Alright, so this is where sculpting is something I don't have the patience for. Yeah, it's definitely a different kind. Definitely takes a little bit of patience, and it's pretty messy, but I enjoy it. I did shave my head. I got tired of my hair. I just can't take it up to one point and then I can't take it anymore. You know, you have just too many bad hair days and then you're like, I just tied it a lot. And at one point I thought, what's the point? What's the point of keep tying it? And every time I want to wear it down, it's hair all over the place too, because it falls like hair. And I just go through this period every so often when I need a fresh start. So I shaved it. It was a bold move, I know. I did get a little bit attached to that little bit of hair that I had on top of my head. But not that attached. I'm not very attached to my hair. I have a love-hate relationship to my hair. And I'd rather love it, because now it's always a good hair day. And I don't have to waste my time to take care of my hair. I wash my face, I wash my head. It's very hygienic. And everybody's happy. I don't have the confidence to shave mine. I don't think I have the face for it. Thank you, I appreciate it. And besides, I was telling myself, whenever I lose those extra, you know, however many pounds, whenever I feel skinnier enough, then I'll shave my head. And I think I've lost some weight recently, and it was also a way to celebrate and to make all those people who can shave their head a little bit jealous. And maybe empower you to, I don't know, shave your head. Because I've heard a lot of people say, oh, if only I was skinnier, I would shave my head. And so maybe it's a way of motivation. It can happen to you. But I don't think people don't have the face for it. I think most people would look good with short hair. And men look good with long hair. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's an interesting thing. I think the first time, well, many times when I shaved my head was actually for more of a spiritual reason too, you know, because a person carries so much energy and so much past in their hair. So when you cut your hair off, it's kind of like a symbolic gesture of starting anew and starting with a clean slate, you know. And many times when I've shaved my head was for that reason, because I wanted a clean start. I wanted to start new, like a new phase in your life, and just kind of forgetting and kind of trying again or starting again, not really from the same point where you were before, but from a better point, because now you have the wisdom, more wisdom. So I think it's very empowering. I think I've been doing this for many years. I think when I went to college, I was about 20 years old, I think, when I shaved my head for the first time. Or 19, 20 years old. And back then I did it for a different reason. But I've been doing it since then many times. And even in the meantime, I let my hair grow pretty long, and then I went back to it shaved. But kind of feel tired of having to dye my hair, to color it. I haven't colored it in many years. But sometimes I get tired of the grays too. And the flyaways, because the grays don't just look gray, but they feel just all over the place. I have a couple of large moles on my head. I think it would be funny with them exposed. Oh, you guys don't even see anymore. I don't know. Maybe it would be. Funny is good though, you know. But yeah, I think you would want to have them protected by the hair, because having no hair is very vulnerable to the head. If you take a hit, it really hurts. It's a very clean feeling. Although it was a shock when I did it again just now. I mean, when I did it this time around, it's always a little bit of a shock, because I got used to that extra inch of height. You know, that's basically the only reason why I've been keeping my hair for so long, because it adds an inch to my height, which is it's not a small thing, you know. Like when you're short like I am, an inch makes a great difference. But then I think, you know, many times I think, oh, vanity. I'm so vain. Just give it a break and be more humble, you know. Sometimes it's weird. I am weird, and yeah, that's too much thinking. Sometimes it's not a good thing. Too much thinking leads to trouble, but then if you don't think enough, that can also lead to trouble. So it's a fine line how much you can think. Sometimes I just babble, don't mind me. It will embrace the gray and or white hairs when they come. It probably makes you feel a lot lighter. Yes, I always felt like a weight was removed when I cut my hair short. Oh, for sure. Feels so light. And in the summer it's so great to not have hair because you sweat less. And you know, another thing, another reason to vote for short hair is that I like to wear hats a lot, and when I wear a hat and with hair, I can't take it off because then I have hat hair, you know, like it doesn't look good. So if I wear a hat, I can't take it off if I have hair. But if I don't have hair, then I can take it off because it doesn't mess up my hair. So there's another reason for short hair. Oh, I was saying that I've been doing this for a long time, and so a lot of people saw me with short hair. A lot of people don't like it, and some ladies, I've inspired actually a lot of ladies who cut their hair short because they were empowered by my short hair, and they love it. They're not going back to long hair. So I'm like, well, you know, maybe I can be a short hair activist. Because it's very liberating, and you know, the ladies who did it, they look good with short hair. So, and then after they did it, I let my hair grow, and And then I felt kind of weird that I started this and then I let my hair grow. But now my hair is short again, so I don't feel weird anymore. Well, not because of that. I always feel a little weird. Last time I had about 6 inches cut off, and even though it was still past my shoulders, it felt so much lighter. Yeah. Math calculations creep into your art. Yeah. Measurements and calculations always figure largely in my art. Like last time I came home, yesterday morning I saw this person, a lady for the Rainforest mural, which I'm very excited about. And so I came home and I had to, after I visit the person's house and I talk about the mural, then I take measurements and I write them down, and measurements of the walls. Then I come home and I calculate square feet to know how many square feet the place has, and then I have to calculate how much it'll cost and just make the proposal. And that's it's a bit of calculating and stuff and writing and figuring out. But then I went and saw this other person's house, and he had about 3 rooms that he wanted at least something in them. One of them was the whole room. And came home last night, and again, what do you call it? Multiplying length by width by height. Yeah. Always calculating. So now I'm just trying to make this a little bit thinner at the base so that it looks like the leaf is wrapping around and not just being the thick thing. I want it to look a little bit hollow on the inside, but it gives you that feeling of wrapping around. Because right now it looks like a solid object. So I'm just shaving at the base and leaving the surfaces the way they are. Hang on. Hey, Aunt Jan. Oh, that's alright, no problem. Watching with no sound. Well, hello, Aunt Jan. And When you were growing up, did you ever wonder why you needed to learn so much math and how it would help you when you were older? Well, actually, I only use calculator. Right now we're advanced. We don't need math anymore. I do wonder why I needed to do calculus or whatever that is called, the one with the logarithms and stuff like that. Yes, I still don't use that and probably never will, but I'm pretty good at adding and multiplying, you know, 1-digit numbers. Yeah, some people like the sound, some people don't like the sound. But if I have to do it, I have to bear with it. It's not that bad right now. It was way worse when I was doing it with the big tools. The big tools are a lot more scrapey and loud. Schools are already posting schedules for next school year. Wow. She dropped choir and taking art next year. Ooh. Algebra 1 and 2 at the same time. Wow. Well, you know, if a child is gifted, or if the child, you know, I don't know, is catching up with work, I think that you can do, well, not to algebra 1, not to algebras actually, but an algebra and a geometry. I think that's what I heard from school. If you are doing algebra 1A in 10th grade to catch up, then you could do algebra 2 in 10th grade. And geometry. No, algebra 1B. But how do you do 2 algebras if you're just learning 1 algebra? How do you do the other one? If you're like, one of the algebras is the basics for the other algebra, I thought. But I don't know much about these schools. A lot of school doesn't make sense to me. Oh my God. Algebra 1. Okay, bye, Anjan. Very nice. Thank you for dropping by. 2 classes in the same day. I will send your love to Amethyst and Sam. Oh, art is a nice distraction between two algebra classes. Help them keep their sanity. It's so tedious sometimes to go through calculations and everything. You have to be precise. Yeah. Thinking of becoming a biologist. Wow. I had to explain that it isn't just about science, that she needs to know math for that as well. Oh, low in this space. The bones of a cat. Yeah, just add another hard drive. That's what I would do. Just get, a 10 terabyte hard drive. That'll be enough for your needs for a couple of years. Or wait, do you need RAMs? I don't know actually. Never mind. Forget I said anything. You said memory, but I think I understood space, just regular space. I'm not sure. Dissecting and looking at things under a microscope. Yeah, I like that. She had to dissect a worm last year. A worm? Hang on, I have to clean my screen because I've got plaster on it. Oh my god, it's 2:09. I think I'm just gonna go for another few minutes and then call it a day because, wow, 3 hours. I'm suddenly hungry for an avocado cheese sandwich. And I've gotta make some cookies. I'll just do one more vein, and then call that a day. Can you even see what I'm doing? Oh my gosh. I don't think you were seeing what I was doing. It always feels good to clean your computer and delete space, especially when you have to. Alright. I'm exhausted. Okay, let me check on chat. My main hard drive is only 231. The secondary one is 465. I have 4 internal drives and 1 external. Adobe is saying this space I only have 28 megabytes free apparently, but that can start to affect the RAM. You have to delete stuff. Did you build your own computer? Build mine in college. Aw, how sweet, Jamie. Oh, Clara. Clara said that you met your husband when you gave him the graphics card. That's cute. Computer parts have just gotten so pricey as everything else. Mostly because of the miners. Huh. Pat just got a brand new graphics card that was on sale for $428. That is sad. There was still that much. Yeah. Well, guys, let me see. I'm gonna take this down and show you what I did today. I'm gonna start. Hang on. I'm gonna zoom out. So this is the whole mural. It's got handprints on it. Everything is very dusty. Now let me show you how the one that I have not worked on yet looks like. So that's, I have not done anything to that. And today I worked on this one that has the veins. They still look a little bit subtle, but I think it's okay. And then a little bit on this one too. Very, very time consuming, so I'll be working more on them soon, but I do like how it looks like the leaf is folded. There might be a lot of dust there that needs to be cleaned, but overall we're getting there. We're getting there. Let me just put my thingy here. I'm gonna tell you a proper goodbye. So goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, Clara and Jamie, and I don't know if anybody else is here, so thank you. Louis is here at the last moment. This is what I was talking about, Clara, the merch. This is the merch shirt. Okay, guys, I gotta go, but you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Friday, maybe. So, bye. Thank you. You made it just in time to say goodbye. You were late, Louis. You were late for a very important date.